Alright, we did a trailer reaction to a film called The Crucifixion. It actually looked like it had some potential. Come down over there. So, we finally got a chance to check it out. I am dying to find out what you thought of it.
None of your business.
And so the games begin.
This is a spoiler-filled review, so if you, of course, haven't seen the movie, check it out. Alright, you're back. Well, Dante, tell them what the movie was about.
Alright, so the movie opens up in Romania.
My favorite place.
Big fan, yes. With a exorcism gone horribly wrong, and the girl dies. Intrepid reporter over in New York, I think, or America, regardless, decides to dig deeper, delve and find out what happens, and it all unravels from there. Alright, these are the likes, and I gotta say there was a little bit of a head scratcher for me at the opening during the exorcism. You know, they put her up and crucified her, and that really left me a little cross.
Huh.
Oh yeah. Hung out to dry, if you will. Woohoo! But then I found out that this was based on a true story, and so that would explain why they wouldn't actually do the nails, just the rope, you know. But I am curious, before I dive in, what did you like? Or did you have any likes? It would be a better question.
Of course. Well, besides it being in Romania.
Okay, we said that.
I did like the part where they did the flashback scene. Every little flashback, it kind of blended in from reality, then it blended into the flashback scene.
They did do a good job on that. You're right.
Yeah, like they were talking to the journalist, and then she like, it like panned out into the window, and then like you see her like, oh, you know, that girl is like running up, and then
when he will come and stay at the monastery for work and prayer.
Stefan! You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and so do they, because they've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay. But that kind of, and maybe that was a testimony to it was beautifully, wonderfully shot. And there were a lot of great sort of scary horror scenes, you know, like little tidbits, when she's like holding her friend up in the air. You know, the demon-possessed thing.
Yeah.
You know, the other you know, creepy shots inside the churches and in the basements and everything else, when she's, you know, even the camera shots where you see something else is going on. They did a really, really solid, very good job with those. But I gotta say that for me personally, one of the main aspects of this that I really thoroughly enjoyed and got into initially was the fact that they decided to go down the road, because this is based on a true story, of whether this was a real demonic possession or merely a mental instability.
It's like going back to the exorcism of Emily Rose.
Okay,
just like,
yeah, except that, you know, slightly different insofar as, again, based on a true story, which the Emily Rose was not. I know it says it is. Come on!
It is.
Okay, fine, it is. None of these are. But regardless, in the real world, the real story, you know, the woman was actually clinically diagnosed schizophrenic. So there was already established the baseline. She's whack, so to speak. And so I like the fact that they at least presented that idea. And yes, Emily Rose, the same thing, but there's not enough of that as far as I'm concerned. Like, they need to do more. We need to have more of that. We have more of those discussions, because then maybe we could filter out and get to the ones that are really demonic, as opposed to the ones that are merely mental instability. So, was there anything else that you enjoyed about it? Anything got your blood pumping?
No.
No?
No.
No good jump scares?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I
had
mean,
a couple good jump scares.
Besides that one that was easily, like, you know, like you knew it was gonna happen.
The car?
Like, yeah.
You didn't see the car coming?
No.
Yeah, see? So,
but the one when the door was going open, like open, close, and I'm like, oh, someone's gonna pop out of there, face.
Yeah, okay.
But so that was like a kind of cool jump scare, but you knew it was gonna happen.
Alright, so they had a couple.
Oh, and that demon that came through the computer, you know.
Oh, you like the demon in the computer?
Yeah,
all right.
That was cool.
We're up to 3. So, good job on the jump scares. Alright, on to the dislikes. Woo! So, I'm gonna let you kick it off. What do you got for me?
Well, I didn't like the actress very much.
No. I gotta side with you on that one.
She was not good.
No.
I gotta get the information. I got to. It's just her persistent in doing it. I'm like, just...
Yeah, not overly convincing. Yeah, I have to agree with you on that.
Probably because my hatred for journalism people that,
Why?
Because
they're doing their job.
Nah.
Oh, they're
getting all up in people's business.
That's their job.
Step off.
So that's why they're doing their job.
Step off.
What? Come on. Okay, all right. Your journalistic bias aside, G&D.
Yeah. Other than that, I didn't like the actress very much. I thought her acting was pretty terrible.
It was pretty stiff and yeah. And speaking of that, I didn't like the fact that we really didn't get an explanation of how on earth the demon got into her.
Yeah.
Like, they had established transference. That was a major plot point. The police that killed himself transferred it into the girl who eventually, was exorcised. And then, I don't know, I guess that follows up with the freaky kid, right?
Who's that kid?
And what did he...
That gypsy kid.
Right, well, it's gypsy, so automatically we know there's problems. Stay away from the freaky gypsy kids. But at one point I guess I thought maybe that the demon was in him.
Yeah.
But then the question becomes, how did it get there? Yeah. And the question becomes, how did it get from him to her? And even once it was in her, he was still acting weird.
I know, right? Standing on top of that rock and just going like...
Well, that was beforehand, but I mean, like, afterwards.
But that's still weird.
Well, yeah, it's weird,
Kids.
Yeah, very strange. They kind of, they left... So basically kind of what I got the feeling of this, and it really ties into my major gripe with all of this, is that you have this true story, quote unquote, that is actually kind of interesting. And the outcome of it is interesting. They even gave the outcome of it in the closed credits, And instead, just because it's a horror movie, they decided to tack on their own ending, that they make the decision that it is actually really a demon. And for me, that just fell apart.
Yeah, they got lazy at the end.
I think so.
And then it started raining backwards, like after...
With no explanation, no nothing. They kind of, it's all the things that we talked about. At the end, you've got the freaky kid for no apparent reason. You got her possessed by a demon for no apparent reason.
And I didn't like that we didn't get to see her naked.
That's true.
I mean, we just saw a shadow of her naked.
Yeah, that was.
I want to see.
This was R-rated, and there was plenty of teases.
Yeah, I want to see.
Don't be a cock tease. That's, really. That's all I'm saying. People have been crucified for less. I'm on fire today. Yeah. But bottom line is, outside of the nudity lack of, is that really they stuck the ending because again, just you could make the argument of, oh well, the real story or the fact that they were found guilty that actually is a bit more interesting than just having a demon possession. You could tease the demon possession the whole time, They could have, and they kind of sort of did that. I mean, they clearly showed her doing that. But then the question could become, was that just a perception issue, blah, blah, blah. Instead, they just kind of went down the tired, old route of just, it's the demon. And then, on top of that, they established at the beginning that, okay, it's supposed to be the same demon, right? They gave its name, the whole 9 yards. The first girl went through the exorcism for 3 days. They established that, right? At the end of the movie, priest that... just, is the love interest. Go figure on that one.
Weird.
He kicks the demon out in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Another bit of a misstep, But again,
that might go back to the thing of when she said I saw my mom. Like, you...
What would that have to do with
you
it?
think you couldn't, like, infer...
Inference?
Infer that maybe her mom kind of helped her.
Ooh, I think you're going to... I think you're giving a lot of credit to
I am.
It's a good try. You're trying to make sense of it, and I get it, but there is clearly no sense to be made on that ending. All right, it is Pinhead time. So, go ahead. I'm going to start it off with you.
I'm going to give the Crucifixion movie...
Yes?
2 pinheads.
2. Ooh, boy. All right, well, nail that wood in the ground. That one's done. All right, so, no explanation. That was a good one. All right, cool.
That was good. Fun.
I'm all over this today. All right. I'm also going to be all over the Crucifixion movie on my pinheads because had a pretty hard time coming up with things to like. The dislikes weren't like huge, epic, monstrous to where this would be a 0. I didn't actually hate the thing at all. You know, I did enjoy some tiny aspects of it, and that actually kind of puts me square in line with you. Surprise, surprise. So I also am going to give it a 2 pinhead designation. That's right. Let's see. 1 pinhead, 2 pinhead. Nicely done, huh? Wow.
I'm gonna clip those wings.
No, you're not. That would hurt. So, it's going to be real easy math. Your 2 pinhead, my 2 pinhead. This is going to be a 2 pinhead movie. Alright, so what did you guys think? Please let us know in the comment section below. And I have got to give it to you, sister. You did a good job.
Well, you would expect nothing less.
Alright, you know what? I can't take it anymore. I'm flying away from here.
You're an idiot.